Hi, from Spain. This is my first week here. I had an orientation the last 2 days, and then today was my first day of classes. It's already been really interesting because there's so much that you don't really think to figure out until you're here, and just so much going on. You can't even imagine. The flight obviously was long because it was across the Atlantic Ocean. But once I was here, it wasn't too hard they have really well lit signs in the airport to just follow where to go. Then I took a taxi to my host mom's house, which was definitely a good idea. They recommend it in the St. Louis thing, saying the metro would be hard with your luggage, but especially figuring out the metro and stuff like that on your first day after you're exhausted, it was definitely the right idea to take the taxi. But it was really nice, actually, because obviously I'm here for 4 months, so my luggage was kind of heavy. But I was struggling after the taxi left to get it, into the door of where my host family was, into the apartment building door. And some older man off the street just came over. He was like, "Oh, let me help you," and, basically brought it into the elevator for me. And he was like, "All right, buenos dias, have, a good day." So I was really impressed because nobody in the U.S., or rarely anyone in the U.S., would definitely do that. So I would definitely... One of the major things I've noticed is how helpful everyone is, because obviously being new to the city, I ask a lot of directions. Actually, usually I've been headed in the right direction. It's just that another thing I've noticed is they'll say it's a very short walk. When they say it's a very short walk, they usually mean, 15-20 minutes of walking. And so I'm kind of nervous to see what, a little bit of a longer walk is. The first day of orientation was a lot of information, but I have to admit, even though it's an American school, and they say all of us we're a very international campus and all that stuff, it's a very international campus. There are people from everywhere. I've made friends with a girl from Brazil. My housemate is actually from Kenya, although she does go to school in the United States. There's people from almost every country you could think of: Japan, Belgium, all types of places. I'm outside, I don't know if you can tell, on the terrace of my host mom's apartment, which is really nice. I actually have my own room, my housemate has my own room, and we share a bathroom, and then the host mom has her own bathroom and apartment a little bit away. But I'll talk about the house in a different one. But I'm sitting on the terrace. It's actually the first cloudy day since I've been here. It's so hot and dry here compared to hot and humid in Philadelphia. It's really different. It actually takes a little bit of getting used to. It's been 92, I think, the past few days. And today's the first day that it's cooler. It's been, I think, about 80. But it had a shower this morning, and then cleared up and got really sunny. And now it's getting cloudy again. And I think I feel a few sprinkles while I'm out here. But my first impressions basically overall were my host mom is wonderful. She goes out of her way to help us figure anything out. She only speaks Spanish, which for me is awesome. That's exactly what me and my housemate named Gloria wanted, was somebody that didn't speak English, because that way we were forced to use our Spanish. And I really think that my Spanish has already improved, and I've been here 3 days. The school is so small compared to Temple. It's 4 buildings. I'm shocked, but I have to admit they're gorgeous buildings. They're definitely, I think, old homes maybe, or something like that, were then changed into the school. And there's millions of terraces and beautiful architecture and stuff like that. But the first day of school, we had the information session. We had a tour of the school and then a tour of the neighborhood around the school, and they showed us where we could get copybooks and things like that, little places to get food, where the bank was, just general things in the neighborhood that we might need to use. Then my group, they split you into different groups, took a walking tour kind of Madrid. We went to the major places. They're actually supposed to show us a lot more. I couldn't even imagine the stuff that they were supposed to show us, that basically almost all of the groups opted out of doing the whole entire thing. I don't know anybody that took an entire tour of Madrid, but when I walked about 5 or 6 hours that first day of orientation, without exaggeration, it was so shocking. My feet hurt a lot at the end of the day, but it was awesome because we walked down from the school, which is a little bit out of Center City, to Center City, and then we saw the Royal Palace and the Plaza de España and La Plaza Mayor and El Puerto del Sol, which are like some of the really major places in Center City where like people can go and hang out, and like obviously the Royal Palace is like a tourist destination, but it was awesome to go and like just like walk to this place and just see everything, even if it was a really long walk. And then but luckily once we got to the El Puerto del Sol and after we were done looking around there, we could take the metro back, which is actually, although you may be thinking that I'm lazy, it was actually really helpful because me and 2 other students, like, you need to figure out the metro eventually, and just from that one time, we were able to figure out. It was so easy. Like, I mean, the first time, obviously, we had to look at the map, and we had to, like, line up the colors and figure out where we're going and stuff like that. So that took a little bit of time, but it wasn't hard at all. It's like there's so many signs and stuff like that, so that was really awesome. My first impression of Madrid is amazing. Like, it's the food is actually really good. Like, I'm not a fan of cabbage, and yesterday morning before we went to school for the other orientation, my husband was like, oh, like, well, I'm cooking cabbage tonight and stuff like that. I don't know what she did, but it was awesome. So, like, I can't even go off of when she says, oh, we're having salmon or we're having cabbage or whatever, and, like, expect it to be exactly like it is at home, because it's not. The food is so healthy, though. Like, so healthy. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do when I go back to the U.S. and everything's fried. It's just going to be, like, this is such a change to, like, everything healthy. Like, at home it'll be like, oh, you have your food, and then you have, like, a side of vegetables, or, like, and then you have a piece of fruit with it. Like, the whole entire meal is healthy. It's really awesome. So far it's been an amazing experience, like, meeting people from all over, exploring a new city. I'm really excited to explore the city a little bit more. Me and my housemate went into Center City one night to kind of, like, explore and stuff like that, but basically just because we were still getting adjusted this week and, like, school started, so we think Thursday or Friday a group of people from school is going to go into Center City and just, like, figure it out and stuff like that. But it's an amazing experience. My first impressions are definitely all good. It just took a little bit getting used to the distance of walking, and I think I'm still getting a little bit used to it, just like 1 or 2 blisters and stuff like that hopefully will go away soon. But already today I can notice that I'm getting used to all the walking, like, easily. So, but one of the weirdest things is their copybooks. Like, we had to be shown a special store that had copybooks with lined paper. Almost all of the copybooks here have grafting paper in them, like how we have, like, the lined papers, like the college rule copybooks in the U.S. Their standard is grafting paper for all of their classes, not just their math classes or architecture classes or anything like that. All of their classes, the standard is to use grafting paper. And obviously, like, all of the Americans and even a lot of students from from other countries were like, grafting paper for your copybook? So, like, there's, like, one store that has, like, a select amount of lined paper, so a lot of us were able to go there and get it. So, but it's been a really amazing experience, and I'm just excited for these 4 months. It's going to go so quick because it's already the 3rd day, and I feel like I've barely been here. But I hope everyone's having fun in the U.S., and thank you!